Welcome to SJ's. I'm here. We're going to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is episode 9, season 14. I know I'm a little late. We're not going to go backwards. We're going to go forward, though. So, the episode starts off with Sheree being a guest on her daughter's podcast. And they're talking about Tyrone and the mistakes that Sheree made and how naive she was. But I don't feel like Sheree was naive, y'all. Like, I'm starting to really feel like, did you really see a future with this man? Or was he helping you fund your dream home? Because I find it funny that she said they was together for 6 years. So this is prior to him going to jail. And if we think about it, 6 years ago, that's when she started to rebuild the chateau. I mean, it only makes sense. So the scammer was helping you fund the bill. So I would think that you wouldn't want him on TV with you. But I mean, we did want to see Sheree with a man, but it's just like certain things. It's like certain criminal codes you gotta follow. Like, he can't be on national TV. Then he will be like Apollo in jail again, and he wasn't trying to have that. So I can't really blame him on that. Next scene is Marlo and the boys. And Marlo is complaining about boys being boys. Like, I understand you're not a mom. Like, you just tripped and fell into this role. So you don't have that same motherly instinct that a person who actually gave birth to them would. But I feel like you should have a human instinct when it comes to, those are still your relatives. So that makes me feel like before she took them in, she wasn't in their life at all. And it shows, like, she doesn't have that love for them, already knowing that their mom was a piece of shit because of her mental issues. Like, so that should make you even more sympathetic and more, it kept more of a close watch over them. If I would say, like, if I know my sister is going through mental issues, she has these episodes, she has kids, like, I would have already been a Monty to them already before, her going away. But, everybody's different. And she's getting on, I think that's William. She was getting on because he kept getting referrals and they were based on disrespect. Listen, I work at a high school and it's ridiculous, okay? Things are not like how it was when we were in school. Like, we didn't curse around the teachers unless, it was just one of those moments. But just to be just free fall cursing, no. They do that. They act like they don't see us in the hallways, nothing. Sometimes here in the office, they're cursing, and it's just like, they have no respect. And the things that come out their mouth towards the adults who are basically supervising you all day, it's crazy. So, and my thing with Marlo is, you don't show such a good example for those kids. Look how you act with grown people on TV. And a lot of stuff that she does is not warranted. So therefore, it's like, you're doing stuff for no reason. You're disrespectful for no reason. So they're basically saying, okay, my auntie act like this on TV. She probably act like that around the house too. I get, it should be do as I say, not as I do. But those, you just got it. And you're trying to fall into this mother role and it's not panning out the way you thought it was. So next, Sonia is at Kenya's house. Not sure why, but she's there and they're talking about family and they're having support system. And, Kenya's like, I'm doing this all by myself. I have a nanny or whatever. I have a little bit of help, but she was just like, I have a house full. And I'm looking at Sonya like, I still don't understand why you can't give your husband a baby. Is it the physical reasons? But I just feel like the reason she's giving is not to say good enough, but I feel like it's BS. And her husband looking at her like it's BS. You're going to say you're not going to have a baby because I'm in and out of town working, but you have a house full to help you. You're helping them with their kids, so why can't they help you with yours? Although it's not their responsibility, but you're in my house. The least you could do is, watch the kids while I do A, B, C, or D. Like your mom is there, your dad is there, your sister, her kids. So it's like you have a full on support system here that you can have this baby if you wanted to. And I'd rather her just be honest and say, I don't want to have another kid because I don't want to mess up my body or whatever it is, because it can't be that you don't have a support system, because you have one. It's there. Yes, you're busy. I mean, you could say maybe I'm too busy and I don't want to miss out on moments, but it's like, I know it's her first season, but I'm trying to figure out, what are you doing exactly? I'm not trying to be funny, but I mean, I know she hosts ESPN. I mean, that's like a regular 9 to 5, right? So I'm confused. If you got time to walk around with these cameras, hey, not my life. Okay, so next, Sheree meets with Fatoon. Now, we all remember Fatoon from Kenya's baby, Brooklyn's Tea Party. She was the one who basically outed Ralph when she said that the assistant that Sheree and Drew shared said that Ralph was gay. Now, looking back on the scene, she did not have to do that. And you can even tell by Sheree's facial expression that she didn't want her to spray Drew in that way. And it was something she wanted to hold on to for a little while. But you could tell Sheree was not with her saying it. And she kept saying it over and over again. So it was just like, do we really like Fatoon? Is she here for the mess, or like what is Fatoon here for? Is the question. So they're talking about Tyrone again. Sheree gets so emotional. And I'm on the fence whether I believe it or not, because we've never seen Sheree get emotional about anything. She got a little frustrated with Bob when they were going through that whole child support thing, and he didn't want to pay the alimony or the child support. She got frustrated. We didn't see not a lick of tear come out of her eyes. She did not really break down. She just held her head down for a little while, blew some steam off. But so I'm on the fence on whether it's real or not. I still feel like you was in it for the money. He was fronting your life while he was in jail still, and that's how I feel. You was giving that man time. You wasn't giving him money. I don't think you was putting money on the books. I mean, I'm be honest. I don't think so. Next week, Drew's mom is in town, so they're gonna get Manny and Petty's, and you see Pastor got the lavender hair. That is hilarious to me. But so they're talking, and Drew doesn't want her mom to go back, but of course we know Ralph is going to ship her back on the first thing smoking when he gets a chance, because we already know Ralph and Drew's mom are not the best of friends. So they talk about Ralph adopting Josiah. And I'm kind of going to side with Ralph on this one, kind of, because it's not like the situation is Josiah doesn't know his father. Josiah knows his father. Y'all introduced them once again last season. Now, what has Josiah's father done since that introduction? According to Drew, not much. But it's still, I'm not going to step on that man's toes when he's trying to be a father. I'm pretty sure he can't be the father that maybe Ralph is as far as financially, but I'm sure he could give up time, which I'm not sure if he's doing or not. I just feel like maybe Drew needs to go into more detail. I don't know if she doesn't want to hurt Josiah by going into detail, but I think we need more information. And I get what Ralph said. It's a man thing. Like, his father is here. He's present. So I'm not going to step on that man's toes just to, change his last name per se. And technically, I'm not sure what the laws are in Georgia, but I'm here in South Carolina. But I know in order to adopt like that, the father has to sign over his rights. And in order for you to get the father to sign rights over without his signature, like you get the courts to revoke it, he has to be absent for 6 months, consecutive months. It can't be he talks 1 month, 2 months, then, comes back in. It has to be a consecutive 6 months of complete and utter silence from him. And you have to have proof, of course. So, I'm not sure what it is in Georgia, but I know here in South Carolina. I've looked it up, trust me. Okay, so here we go with, so Drew starts talking about how her and Sonya's friendship has fallen apart and how she just keeps coming for her. And I don't know if it's just Sonya coming for you. I just think Sonya does not know how to articulate how she feels you're moving as a friend. She just feels like you're not moving the way a friend that she would, hang out with move. And that's understandable, but you're on a TV show, Sonya. So it's not like, I don't think her and Drew were really friends before this. They were building a friendship. And I feel like Sonya could have just kept that to herself and just fell back from Drew. She didn't necessarily have to tell her. She would have felt the vibes. But so now her mom says, well, speaking of that, of, friendships and stuff, we were talking to the prophet. Why are we talking to the prophet again? Yeah, y'all ain't tired of talking to him? You ain't tired of prophet drama? But the prophet, her daughter and her other daughter and her were talking to the prophet about other things. And the prophet brought up Drew and how there's a woman that she sees a woman like causing confusion and drama in her life. I feel like the confusion is your husband, boo. He the one, not these women. Okay, so next, Marlo goes furniture shopping with Sheree and Sonya. And they're talking. Here, Marlo reveals that she kicked the boys out. And y'all, and later on in the episode, she's going to talk to Candy. And basically, she told them to get the fuck out. Y'all, when I tell you, this shit pissed me off so bad. How are you going to do that to those kids? Like, those are children. These are not adults. These are not your castmates on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You using them for a storyline, first of all. You wouldn't have had a Peach if it wasn't for them. You fake crying in episodes about your sister. Like, my thing is, until she gets her shit together, let that shit go. Them kids don't seem like they want to even be bothered with her. So I don't understand why you're bothering them with her. You bringing on drama onto yourself. So my thing is, let the shit go, Marlo. But how you gonna do that to them babies? Like, those are children. They've already been through a traumatic experience. And then for you to say you put them on your other sister, your baby sister, who already has 4 toddlers. Listen, I have an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old. But my 5-year-old is a nonverbal autistic child. So I can only imagine my day-to-day with them, especially during the summertime. So I'm off during the summer, so I'm with them 24/7 all day. So I can only imagine, sometimes I get frustrated from just being around children all day so I can only imagine what your sister is feeling now that she has tacked on these other kids. And I know as parents, we don't do it on purpose, but I'm pretty sure she's using them to help her around the house with the other 4 kids, not even purposely. Like, they probably feel like they're the help at this point. Marlo, like, you have to find a balance with these kids. Like, you have so many friends that you could have called. And you so busy shading Kenya and she living rent-free in your head when this girl don't even think about you. You could have called her and asked her, what should I do as a mother? Because that's what you signed up to be, a mother. Like, all that selfish shit went out the window. You signed up to think about them before you thought about yourself. If you needed a break, cool. Take a weekend off. You 30 days. You about to add 2 more kids to my load of 4 for 30 days. And obviously it's summertime. They're not in school. Well, no, they probably are in school because they keep getting referrals. So that means on top of me making sure my kids are in school and getting to school breakfast, dinner, like homework, you're going to tack that on to me with 4 kids? Bitch, I think not. You better go down to them courthouse. That's what you need to do. Like, I just couldn't believe Marlo. Like, for you to do that to them kids, like, they've already been through so much with their mother and dealing with her mental issues. And on top of that, you're tacking on by making them speak to her or try to reconcile with her so she can go to this inpatient facility. Like, that's not their problem. Once you took them in, you're supposed to ease their minds, their souls, like, at this point. That's what you were supposed to do as a Monty. Ease them. No, they're not supposed to make your life easier. That's not what they're there for. That's not what kids are here for. No, you did not choose to have them, but you chose to take them in. Sometimes you have to show them the way, and I feel like you're not disciplining them because you feel guilty about the way your sister treated them or how their life has been going. But my thing is, you still have to discipline them. Let them know, hey, you got a referral, so I'm taking this away from you. I'm taking that away from you. I don't feel like people feel like taking clothes away is a punishment. That's abuse. That's abuse. Oh, I'm gonna make you wear Walmart clothes. Like, who? So you want them to get bullied? Not that there's anything wrong with Walmart clothes, because I love Walmart. Okay? Matter of fact, this shirt came from Walmart. I love Walmart. Don't get me wrong. But in their sense, that probably feels like a punishment for them, for Marlo. But I was just really, really disappointed in her for that. And then she goes on to say, she's talking about what happened at the Drop It with Drew event and how Kenya came at her. And I was like, girl, that's Detroit Barbie all day. Stop playing with the girl. Stop playing with her. She's not playing with you. Stop playing with her. She's tired of Marlo running up like she gonna do something. And Marlo does that a lot. She runs up like she gonna do something. But I was just like, Kenya, wasn't it you calling the police on Portia a few seasons ago? Now you ready to turn up. I think it's her dealing with Mark and then having a baby. It's something that ignites a gangster in you when she have a baby now. I'll give you that. So next is the ultimate event, the main event, Sheree's slumber party. Sheree is hosting a slumber party where she's inviting all of her friends and all of her coworkers. I'm tired of y'all acting like they friends in real life. Some of them are, but these are y'all coworkers. And y'all have to act like y'all friends. So anyway, so they Fatum is there, and her and a few of the ladies are talking, and she discusses how after the encounter with Drew, she was really upset, and she was talking to her friend who's a real estate agent, and he decided to do a background check on Ralph and Drew. I didn't even know Drew Sidora was her real name. So I'm like, yeah. But so they did a background check and found out that they have a lot of aliases. And more than, the normal. I don't think I have an alias, to be honest. I don't think so. Usually when I think of aliases, like, it's people who are either into criminal activity or, like, you've been married a few times, so you have a few different last names that you can go by. Stuff like that. But I don't understand why this was a big deal, per se. All those aliases, and we still don't know where Drew works at. We don't. And Drew is like Tommy at this point. For Martin. She ain't got no job. Her job is them kids. That's why Sonya, we're going to get to that. Her and Sonya got into it again. So, Fatum brings these incense for the JJ. So apparently it's supposed to get rid of all the bad negative energies or past dicks. But my thing is, Sheree hasn't been fucking for 6 years. It's been dildos. So what are we getting rid of here? Can't we just go upstairs and throw away the dildos and get new ones? Okay. Just forget about it. So, Drew comes in wearing the same outfit as Sheree. And of course, Sheree wore it better. Her body is better. So, Drew, I'm just done with Drew and this Drop It with Drew shit. Like, I would join the program if I knew it worked. And in walks the infamous Lisa Wu. Can we give Lisa her peach bag? Look how she turned up. Just one scene and she turned up, and we noticed her in the building. Come on, Andy, get that lady her peach bag. We miss Lisa. Lisa is always with the shit. Lisa was on season 1 and 2, I believe, of Housewives. I'm not sure why she quit. I think they moved, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. But yeah, Lisa Ru was good to see. And when Marlo walks in, here Kenya said that is Sasquatch with a lace front. I said, don't forget the fake edges. Don't forget the fake edges. So they're talking, and they're at the table at this point, and that's when Kenya brought up the background check. Mind you, at this point, Kenya is lit. Kenya is drunk out of her mind. And we love drunk Kenya. Drunk Kenya is the life, okay? She's free. She's not worried about nothing. Not even about Marlo at this point. So she brings up the background check, and Drew feels like she's being stalked, and I don't blame her. Why are you running a background check on me as if we're friends? As if I'm going to be in your presence, like in the presence of your children, or, you know, like, why are you running a background check on me as if we about to fuck? Like, no. What was the point of that? It was a little excessive. So Drew pulls Sonya to the side. And it's like, here we go again. And I know I'm a little out of order, but it's okay. So she pulls her to the side to talk about the comment she made when talking to Ralph. And I feel like her comment was in retaliation to Ralph trying to say that they're more busy than Sonya. But at the same time, I don't know what Sonya do either. We know what Sonya's husband does, but I'm not sure what Sonya does. And we know Drew don't do shit. She's the face of dropping on Drew. So she already took those pictures, posted them on flyers, and he lost some weight. Ralph, we know you work in tech, like IT and tech support. So, I mean, you might be busy, but Drew ain't doing shit. Hell, Sonya ain't doing shit. This argument is redundant. Like, Sonya's sick of her ass too. Sonya's like, why we always gotta have a problem? Every scene we have a problem. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Okay, so this is when so Marlo talks to Candy. She basically breaks down about, you know, kicking the boys out, and, you know, Candy is like, you can't handle them like that. Like, you told them to get the fuck out. That shit just blows me. Fuck Marlo, selfish ass bitch. Like, how the fuck you do some shit like that? Those are children. And you can't even really say that they were doing, like, so much wrong. Like, it's clothes. Clothes are replaceable. I mean, I get pissed off with my kids, my children all the time when they, you know, they mess up clothes. But at the end of the day, they're clothes. They can be replaced. And why are you washing good clothes in the wash machine? You got money, go to dry cleaners. Simple. Lord. So they do this whole ritual for Sheree's vagina, which I'm still not understanding. She hasn't had sex in 6 years. So maybe it was not exactly 6 years, but still, she hasn't had sex in a long time. There's nothing up there but cobwebs, so be careful not to burn the spiders. So now they're toasting, and of course Marlo has to say something about Kenya. I'm so happy Kenya's comfortable with wearing a wig, and, you know, that her self-esteem is up. Bitch, you got the audacity. Listen, I'm so done with Marlo, and the fact that she had to invade that lady's personal space to try to say she wanted to give her a toast. Marlo, go sit your ass down. Go get them fucking kids. Worry about Kenya all the damn time. She got her child. Then, of course, she got to bring up Mark. At this point, I think you want him. I think you want Mark low-key, because why you keep bringing that man's name up? You know that man don't want to be a part of the show. Why you keep talking about him? Why? He's not your storyline. Your storyline is them 2 fucking kids. Go get them kids. Okay, so that's where the episode ends. And drunk Kenyans running around everywhere, and we love it, love it, love it. And so now we get into the mid-season trailer, and when I tell y'all this shit look like it's about to be good, and Bravo played the fuck out of Sheree with that She by Sheree segment. Like, they really played the fuck out of her. This shit was hilarious, but they played the fuck out of her. Don't play with her. And from what Candy says, the shit still ain't out. She did that whole fashion show, and it's still not out. Sheree, it can't be that damn hard at this point. I feel like Sheree don't have the funds no more. Her and Tyrone are done. I saw that he's coming on the show, and he looks like a bootleg Leon. I don't know why he's giving me Temptation vibes. 5 Heartbeats. I don't know, I just want him to do a 2-step and sing me a little something. But, yeah. So, and we see Candy turn up on Marlo. She's like, I'm not Michelle Obama. When you go low, I go low too. In the words of Funky Geneva, you go low, I go to hell, bitch. What the fuck you thought? Like, so I can't wait to see the rest of the season. But that's the end of my review. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.